Hey everyone, so my second Homebrew Wednesday video, and yeah, last week I said that I was going to stick with extract. That afternoon I ended up going out and ordering a big chili bin, so it's given me the measurements, but I'm pretty sure it's a 40 litre, so waiting for that to arrive, and got my first all grain recipe down that I'm going to do, which yeah, like I'd planned to do the other weekend, but didn't manage. Last weekend, but didn't manage to do. So it's a West Coast IPA, nice and simple for my first all grain. So I'm quite excited about that. Just waiting for it to arrive. So, and I'm planning on building a PVC manifold for it. I had looked at just getting a 30-inch bazooka, but yeah, that's not going to work because I want to build a fly sparge manifold for the top as well. If I got the bazooka, from what I read, tell me if I'm wrong, but for a bazooka, because it runs straight down the centre of a square chili bin, I'd lose quite a bit of efficiency with a fly sparge, with a fly sparge, just having that bazooka. So I'd have to batch sparge, which would be alright. I might do that for the first couple until I build the fly sparge manifold as well. So I'm just going to run for the manifold down the bottom. I'm just going to run basically a square around the outside, and then two coming down across the centre, and then so I have this on there. I'm thinking I might get a longer bit of thread here, or that I'll need a longer bit of thread, but my plan is that I can just plumb the PVC into there, but we'll see. Yeah, depends on if I go for what size I get. If I go for 15mm PVC or 20mm, I think 15mm should be fine. And then I also need an HLT, which I'm looking at, but I might just use my ball kettle for now as my HLT. Just means that I have to transfer into a bucket, and then once I've finished with the HLT, then I have to, using the ball kettle as an HLT, then I have to just transfer the wort from the bucket to the ball kettle again. So yeah, a little bit of fart-assing about, but hey, it'll serve its purpose. Got to try my saison in the weekend. It was alright. It needs quite a bit of conditioning. It was a bit early. I knew it was a bit early. It wasn't fully carved, and yeah, I didn't stir the yeast in the bottle. So I think I might try that for the next one. I think it might help improve it, but it is a strong taste of alcohol. It's 7.2%, and it finished at 1. So it went from 10.52 to 10.01. So it's quite dry, and yeah, quite an alcohol taste. What else is going on? That red IPA that I did is bubbling away nicely, blah blah blah, and so looking forward to that. Haven't measured it yet, so I might do that today after I do this, or might add it on to the end. And yeah, might have to have a taster of the my fruit cocktail. and so we'll see what that's like. Yeah, homebrew juice. I've got work this afternoon, so and yes, and also looking at my boil kettle just on the side there. I want to so at the moment it comes to as it comes out, it goes through a bazooka, goes to a T-piece, and at the end of the T-piece is the temperature gauge, and then off to the side is the ball valve, and that temperature gauge just isn't where it is. It's only got the 5 centimeter probe, and it's just not measuring properly. A full boil is at 90 degrees. Well, the thermometer says it's 90 degrees. So I'm going to move it from there and put a stopper in the end of that T-piece and move the thermometer up so that it's straight off the side of the boil kettle, instead of having that little encasing bit, so it'll stick out a bit more into the warp actually where it's boiling, and hopefully that'll fix the issue. Yeah, it's not a case of that it's not calibrated, because I calibrated it with ice and what have you, and as far as I can tell that's correct. But yeah, let's hope. It shouldn't be a linear gauge. It's a proper one for beer. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Hold on. Okay, back. So I just poured off just a sample of my mosaic fruit cocktail. So at the moment it's just dry hopping with some mosaic. It started off as a mosaic, and it's added I've added Cascade to it this time, and a few other hops that I had lying around that I thought would accompany it. It's my first one, which I tried first wort hopping, and I don't know, it's hard to say at the moment whether it's made a difference or not. I guess because it's a different from my original recipe, but it smells like passion fruit and mango. Good old Beervana tasting glass. But it smells just like my first one, the first round of it, which, yeah, passion fruit. I love mosaic for the passion fruit. So let's have a try. Yeah, it tastes like passion fruit, and it's really nice. It'd be much better when it's cold and carbonated. But yeah, I think it's got the bitterness to it, which I think is coming from that first wort. It's what was it? I think it was just 10 grams of mosaic for the first wort, so it wasn't much, but it was. I think it's enough that it's getting some that complex bittering from it, and yeah, I quite like it. I'm looking forward to it being on tap. That lawnmower beer that I've got on tap now, I should have bottled it. It probably needed a bit more of a diacetyl rest, and I think that's what the astringency is at the end there. It needed time to age, and just being in a keg, I've only got one keg, so I kind of want to drink what's in the keg. So it doesn't have time to age. Having a shisha, second home brew, having a shisha. This one's peach. It's not as good, but it still tastes alright. Okay, third time lucky. Ran out of space, so it stopped recording, and I was talking to myself. And of course now I can't remember what I was talking about, but I'm sure it wasn't that important. I did have a question for you other brewers out there. I noticed a lot of you are using using Starsan, and at the moment I just use the no rinse sanitizer, like the sodium bicarbonate. And can you tell me the difference? Really, is Starsan better? How is it better? Why is it better as well? And is it worth upgrading from Starsan to, from the sodium bicarbonate to Starsan? There's quite a big difference. I get my sodium bicarbonate, which is the brew something or other, from the supermarket for $3 something, $3.10 I think it is, and Starsan's $18, and I think you get less usage out of them as well, out of Starsan as well. So yeah, is it worth spending that extra money for Starsan? Yeah, the bubbles are cool and what have you, but yeah, so I guess that's really me for my homebrew Wednesday. Coming up to 10 minutes. Can't think of anything else that I need to say. So yeah, happy homebrew Wednesday, and last of my taster. Cheers. It's gonna be good. Bye.